It is the countdown to Evility. Yeah.
Okay, so metal.
Metal.
The show's about metal.
What is metal? We're going to spread the hidden value in music.
We're going to proselytize. We're going to get the word out there.
We are.
That's important.
All right. Welcome to the Great Metal Podcast. This is our first live stream. Live streaming on YouTube here. Gonna have a rip-roaring good time today. So I'm the metal evangelist Luke. We got two viewers. Welcome to the viewers. I'm just Pete. And who else do we got?
And we got Shred here, and I'm drinking Saint Archer. Am I the only one who's drinking today, boys?
Oh,
That's a disaster. I was going to get a drink.
No.
That's what I forgot.
We had so much prep work to bring our audience a good time, and we forgot to have a good time ourselves. What the
I'm
hell?
also the only one who's dressed up.
Well, not true. I wore my theater equation shirt.
Is that the
we have
orange shirt?
Yeah, it's the orange shirt.
It's hard to tell, but there is
Oh,
a
wait.
samurai sword in the background right
Where?
there.
Dude,
Right here.
Get
We
that
have a
thing
samurai
over here.
sword. Oh,
Shit.
yeah. Look at that bad
Look
boy.
at that. Get it close. Get it close in there. Whose
Show,
sword is
show
that?
show the edge
Oh,
on
yeah.
that thing.
That's fucking metal. Right
We
there.
practice with that about 2 to 3 hours a day.
Hmm.
Yeah.
So that's our real scary tactic.
Yeah. Yeah. That's
Maybe we can cut up the Miley Cyrus Metallica cover album with that sword. Just slice it
yeah.
up.
They're going to get destroyed.
Yeah. They are, man. Well, cool. Well, we're pretty excited to be live streaming into everybody's bedroom right now.
On an evility scale of excitement, we're 666 plus. Easy.
Oh,
Easily.
yeah.
Easily.
Yep, we
Fully
are.
wrecked.
What are we getting in today, Luke?
Well, goodness gracious. We're going to get into some trouble, and then we're going to get into some deep doo-doo. Some trouble and some deep doo-doo. How about that? So maybe let's start with some trouble. Have you guys heard that Miley Cyrus is going to be recording an entire album of Metallica covers?
Yeah, this is brutal. Like, I mean, I wish she did. You can hear her singing "Nothing Else Matters," and I think maybe a couple other ones on a live festival that she did last year. And if that's any indication of what's going to be on the record, ooh man, we are.
I'm sure there'll be some wizards behind the scene making it sound a little better on the record.
Oh, no question. In particular, her vocals. But like just one song is one thing, but she's doing a full album of it. I wonder if she's just gonna do like the softer side basically of Metallica as opposed to the heavy shit. Because how's she gonna pull off the Hetfield growls?
How's she gonna pull off any of it? The thing is,
It's
like,
gonna be a mess.
no question. I'd be curious to see what they're gonna do with the music. Like, are they gonna actually re-record it? Maybe do some different stuff with it. I would assume
it'd be nuts if they just took out the vocal track from the original and just put Miley over it. That would no. I'm sure they're gonna re-record the whole thing.
Yeah, so they'll try to probably make it match her style there. But I mean, let's be honest, like we've all watched the live video of her singing "Nothing Else Matters." She doesn't have a great voice. She does have somewhat of a unique voice, though. I'll give her that.
It's unique partly because like she had some vocal issues. I don't know if it was nodes or something, but she had to undergo an operation, and now she kind of sounds more like, I don't know, like a middle-aged man. It's kind of what she sounds like.
Yeah.
Yeah, but which ironically will make her sound a little bit better than she used to.
Some people are into that sort of thing, Scott.
Yeah, I mean, this is the no judgment zone.
They
here.
like their girls to sound like a middle-aged man.
That is true.
I don't know. Hey, if anybody's watching and has comments on this, throw comments in the comments. We can discuss those live. And if you aren't getting this live, you're listening to the playback, be sure to email us your comments at greatmetalpodcast@gmail.com. And then watch live next Sunday at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time to get your comments in live. So we do have, I'm just going to pop this up quick. Haiti Kareem. Hello, Lord Shred.
There it is.
Oh,
Thanks for watching.
Yo, what's up, Haiti?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
All right. What's next on the news?
Well, are we?
Oh, sorry.
Are we done?
I didn't mean to rush
Miley?
us.
Well, so I mean, just like, I don't
Luke's not
know.
done with Miley. Luke, let her have it. Let her have it.
Well, I mean, I'd be interested
Second crack
to see if there's a single Metallica fan that is interested in listening to this album. But I think Kerrang has an article out on it, and they think it's a great idea because they think some Miley Cyrus fans who have probably never heard Metallica maybe are going to get some exposure to it, and so it might be good for Metallica expanding their base.
Maybe.
But it's a stretch of the imagination for sure. I don't know too many people that listen to Hannah Montana that are also into heavier shit, but
maybe just you.
maybe just me.
Luke, you have a dark secret that you might want to come out of the closet of at some point.
Maybe
talk about these skeletons here.
Well, you know what they say: keep your friends close and your enemies closer. So yes, I do have somewhat of an affiliation with a lot of different styles of music. But I don't know. I think this to me is Miley Cyrus's career has essentially been over for a while. And I think that this is like a last ditch effort to try to piggyback onto something. Because Metallica is very popular.
That's what's going on for sure. Yeah, she's trying to reinvent herself in a last ditch effort here because she's not able to market herself to the same crowd anymore.
Right.
I mean, she's not Hannah Montana. She's lost all of her innocence. We're past that. So now we're going to Metallica, and
right.
We'll see how that goes for her. But
yeah,
I'm not going to be rushing to Spotify and grabbing that album up.
No.
I want to do that, by all means, go for it.
Yeah, because Britney Spears went through a similar thing, and she was just never able to actually rebound. And so this is Miley's attempt to try to rebound by jumping on the metal bandwagon.
Shred said a whole metal album. That's impressive. This article though does say, I mean, there's got to be someone out there. She's got 116 million followers, I think, on Instagram. There's got to be a couple of them at least that will be like, oh, where is this from? Where's this music from? And interested, because good songwriting is going to attract people, and if they get past some of the stuff that turned them off out of the gate, some of the sound stuff we talked about, that right away people don't give it a shot, right? So if the album's done well, it could turn people on to Metallica, because if they get familiarity with the songs, then they might go listen to the even heavier versions, the real versions, right?
I think the fans should let us know what they think. Is this a good or bad thing for Metallica and for the metal genre in general, for pop stars to cross over and start covering? Does it dilute the integrity of metal, or is it a good marketing ploy?
And is it good for humanity? That's what we really want to know.
that is the ultimate question. Yeah, because at the end of the day, I mean, that's a great point you bring up, Shred. At the end of the day, you may have the tendency to take metal less seriously if it's being, having intercourse with this weak pop music, right?
Well said.
Yeah.
Right. That's a whole thing we could go into there. Does it dilute the integrity of metal? But anyway, what else should we do? Should we read some memes today?
Let's read a meme.
I like reading memes. Hold on. What kind of meme should we read? Maybe we should. Go ahead.
That girlfriend one where it's like,
well, that would fit right in.
This is it. This is
the Miley fan. Here's the Miley fan right here.
Here's the Miley fan. But in this case, so turning death metal on at full blast. Here's the guy, right? And someone who lied about listening to all types of music. The girlfriend who lied. Now, what's well, very good. I can't do your laugh. What's great about this is that now that guy, instead of bringing flowers, can bring Miley Cyrus Metallica.
Like, well, an olive branch to the opposing faction.
Yeah, exactly. Like, hey, how about we go halfway here?
Yeah, it's true.
But this is so true, right? I mean, who has not experienced this? Especially when it comes to metal, it's like it's always a tough sell. Not always, but almost always a tough sell. Unless you met your girl at like a metal show. There's many more male fans. It's just a male dominated genre, right?
You're talking like this type of girl, right?
Boom.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about.
The one that's licking her lips when she finds out you listen to Tool.
But you're not a tool yourself. You just listen to it.
Yeah.
That tongue is a tool. That's what the tool is.
Clever.
So true. Yeah. Well, yeah, no, that is true. I mean, I don't
experience that.
I have experienced this. Yeah.
But I think you kind of won. Like you kind of got your wife sold on metal, more or less. Is that right?
She definitely came around. I mean, she obviously did not listen to metal prior to us getting together. But it started with stuff like the lighter side of Dream Theater, that kind of stuff. She was like, oh, this is like gorgeous music, gorgeous melodies. Oh. And then she got really into Nightwish and bands like that. And
that's smart right there. Just you want to slowly introduce them, just get them in the water and then just slowly bring it to a boil. And then they don't even know, that they're hooked.
Yeah. Right? I made her I was like, I'll let you listen to some of my music. And so I made her, it was 4 CDs. I burned her 4 CDs and each song got progressively heavier. So like by the end of it, it was like full on death metal. And
so listen up, dudes. This is the way to do it. Like you want to sell your girl on metal. Right?
Yeah, but you know what? It was like I don't know, maybe the second or third song on there was What Kind of Love by Avantasia.
Oh yeah,
which is this big duet epic ballad, and she like instantly fell in love with that song.
Yeah.
And now I don't think she ever listened to CD 3 or 4. Like maybe she got through some of it once, but CD 1 and 2, she was sold.
And then make sure you put in the vows for metal or worse.
Yeah, that's good. For metal or worse.
That's a unique audio meme we just came up with right now.
There's a meme. Yeah, we're creating them right now.
Well, yeah, don't start with like Cannibal Corpse, Fucked with a Knife, or Hammer Smash Face.
Right.
Just ease them into it nice and slow. Like
that's it. Yeah. A little musical.
You'll have them licking their lips by the end in no time.
Do we have any other memes?
Sure thing. Let's hit up another meme here. This guy's face. You want to read this one, Shred?
When you accidentally play that latest Cardi B song on a speaker in front of your parents. Yeah, dude.
And he's got the bloated face. He's like, oh shit.
Yeah. What the hell is going on with WAP? It's such a mess. And I'm actually going to do a music theory analysis breakdown on WAP for my next YouTube video. So if you want to see all the intricacies and complex compositional devices that she uses, secret, there's none of that going on.
Yeah, I saw no notes on there, and Bob, to be fair, I saw it. I said, "Look, here's your score," and there was nothing on it. And I was like, "That actually might improve the song."
Yeah,
there's just nothing on it.
Yeah,
it really is one of the most absent pieces of music I've ever heard. There's just really that 3-note motif going on in the bass, but that's it. Because she's not there's no melodic content, you know, in her singing. She's not actually carrying a line or a melody. She's just talking in a husky, moisture saturated voice.
Yeah, which is largely my issue with a lot of that R&B rap genre is there isn't much going on musically.
A lot of times it's just one out of the three elements. You know, you have rhythm, melody, and harmony. That's what makes music. And typically, it's just more rhythmically based. And it can be very well done from that respect, but it's not really a complete musical experience for sure.
Hey, quick shout out, Matthew Corns. Thanks for watching and thanks for saying hello. And if you guys are with us live here, please throw a comment in and happy to discuss what you guys are thinking. And again, if you listen to the podcast back later, hit us up at greatmetalpodcast@gmail.com with your comments and questions. And follow us on Instagram.
And yay or nay on should Miley Cyrus cover Metallica?
That's the question here. So that is the question.
The question of the hour. Me personally, I'm going to say nay. But hey, can you put up that video?
That you're asking a lot of me. How about you introduce it, and I'll see what I can do in the meantime.
Well, so just speaking of memes, I don't know if you guys are TikTokers, but there was this Fleetwood Mac.
I'm a TikToker, Luke.
I know you're a TikToker, Shred.
Oh yeah.
There's this I don't know. Basically it's a video meme where these people skateboard to the song Dreams by Fleetwood Mac. Yeah. And then they drink the cranberry juice, right? I mean, this is like everywhere.
Wait a minute, why are they drinking cranberry juice? They have a urinary tract infection?
That could be the reason. There. It might have even been the guy from Fleetwood Mac did it to start it. I'm not sure. Maybe he really likes ocean spray or something. But so everybody's doing this, and it's not really the most interesting thing in the world to watch. But then we've got this guy. If we can show this meme, let me
see if I can. This is advanced screen sharing techniques here.
Down, Pete, you got to scroll down a little bit to get to the actual video.
So I'm going to see if the audio plays here. If you guys are watching us live, shoot us a comment when I get to it. It's way down here, huh?
I don't think it's that far down.
Past it.
Yeah, I think it's up towards the top.
Oh, right here. Okay, let's see if it plays.
Oh no, here we go.
Oh man!
Host.
If he didn't have a urinary tract infection before, he's definitely got one after that.
One now.
Bill,
it was like a face enema of cranberry juice.
Yeah, have you guys? I don't know if you guys have been seeing this, but I've seen a couple people do this, and apparently they say the track went to like number 1. Just because
Dreams
people, did. Yeah, just because of everybody, doing this meme thing.
Yeah. There's a lot of these things going around. I mean, this stuff. I mean, that's what a meme is, right? This spooky, scary skeleton dance is another one that's everywhere, and so it's like the video version of a meme.
Dance. Yeah, I remember seeing that one last year. There's a great one of Meshuggah with that.
Like Meshuggah does it. Or it's
the guy
Meshuggah
dancing.
Music.
Yeah, it's the guy dancing, but then Meshuggah's song "Bleed" is playing in the background, which is like the most brutal song ever. And it looks like the guy is actually dancing to it, right? It like somehow fits.
Yeah.
All right, we just got several good comments here regarding Miley. I'm just gonna do some quick shout outs maybe before we get into
go for it.
What do you think, Shred?
They say yay or nay. What's the
so we have yes, heard about the Metallica stuff. Not looking forward to it.
I'm with you.
We got hey guys, how you doing? Metallica and Miley. I think that Miley fan base might get interested in Load and Reload, the easier to digest songs.
That's what I'm talking. What I want to know is what songs is she going to cover? I mean, if she's doing like Nothing Else Matters, I can kind of see her getting away with that. But if she wants to do Battery or Master of Puppets, how's that going to work?
Yeah,
that's going to be rough.
Yeah, and we also another one for doesn't think it's a great idea, but might introduce some might get some new Metallica fans. I do think there could be a little crossover there. So
maybe.
Yeah,
We'll
that's what the Kerrang article seemed to say too.
It can't hurt, right? I don't think it's gonna degrade
that's the question,
Metallica.
bro.
I don't know. I don't think so. It's like I'm not mad about it.
Well, here's oh, go ahead, Shred.
Yeah, dude. Like if I don't know if Jay Bieber covered, I don't know, the Count of Tuscany by Dream Theater or something like that, it would just give me a bad sense of the whole thing. It's like that's not a good representation of that high quality art. No doubt it's going to be sort of taken down a notch and diluted. And
even if it isn't, like, certainly that's the way it's gonna seem. So, like, for instance, I'm constantly searching for new metal, new bands, whatever. And if I had never heard of Metallica, or I'd heard of them but never listened to their music, but I knew that Miley Cyrus covered them, I'd be like, okay, well, that's probably a band I'm not going to check out.
Yeah,
right, because it's not serious.
It's a joke.
Yeah. So, I mean, I could see it. I mean, the thing is, in the metal world, everybody knows who Metallica
that's
is.
The thing.
So, they don't necessarily need to spread, their fan base out to new metalheads. But if there was somebody out there into metal and they didn't know of Metallica, but they knew that Miley did a cover of a bunch of their songs, I would not pursue listening to Metallica at that point.
It just depends.
You're saying we ought to cut it.
Okay.
Yeah, because on the Evility scale, I mean, how high is she going to score on the Evility scale? It's not. It can't be that high. Now that I'm thinking about it, Lady Gaga, did a collab with Metallica too. She did "Moth into the Flame." It was like at the MTV Music Awards or something like that. You guys remember that?
Yeah, I saw it when I was Googling around on this Miley Cyrus thing. You scrolled down enough and that came up.
I have a little different perspective on that. I mean, Lady Gaga is actually a good vocalist. Like, she can actually sing. And I thought she added a little bit more to it than someone like Miley would. But yeah, I don't know. We'll just have to see what happens on that.
Yeah. Yeah, we will. So it will not be the last time we end up talking about it, and we might get profane after we hear it.
Should we talk about some terrifying metal tales?
Yeah. So this is the Eerie series number 4, week number 4. So we got one more. So as a reminder, next week, so it'll be November 1st.
Yep.
We'll be doing another live stream, and that's when we're going to be announcing the winners of our Evility Contest. So be sure and get your submissions in, music, graphics, whatever you want to do. Submit to greatmetalpodcast@gmail.com.
If you want to do a goat sacrifice, get that in there too.
You could do a goat sacrifice, a picture, a video. If you want to record audio of you sacrificing a goat, that would actually probably be pretty terrifying.
Audio would be interesting. Yeah.
Yeah. Hear that thing bleating?
Audio only goat sacrifice. I don't know. Maybe don't harm any animals in your art creation.
Oh, good point.
Yeah, it might be tough. Like, it might not help our channel if we're like showing goat sacrifices and
don't worry about it, YouTube. Don't worry.
Yeah.
Yeah. Don't.
It would be a lot of moisture though, just from blood. So we could have WAP playing, wet ass goat.
Wag. There you go.
Yeah, it's gonna be wag.
Yeah,
just like that.
So yeah, anyway, so continuing on the Eerie series, one of the things we've touched on before but never really dove too deep into is this idea of inspiration. Like what's the inspiration behind a lot of bands forming or individual songs or things like that? Because we all know that metal lyrics are have so much more depth than pop lyrics. So then it's like, okay, the lyrics are oftentimes talking about something that is highly significant in life. So where do these inspirations come from? So today is terrifying metal tales. A lot of T's in there. And so, this largely came up because the story of the Count of Tuscany by Dream Theater. John Petrucci has a great story where he goes to, Tuscany, and he's at a concert or something. And after the concert, the Count there is like, hey, do you want to come back to my, estate for dinner? And the guy, John's like, sure. And so,
is he the guy from the movie? Isn't there that movie, right? Count of Tuscany, probably the same dude. Jim Caviezel.
Maybe. Well, so this guy is apparently, he is the one that Hannibal Lecter, the character of Hannibal Lecter, is based upon. There's
the Lambs.
Yeah, so there's this guy, apparently a lot of rumors going around that he's like, hiding bodies in wine caskets, and he's a cannibal and all this kind of stuff. So John is getting a little, John's getting a little nervous there. He's like, man, I'm like all alone, and I'm going on a tour through this estate down to like the wine cellars. And he's like, it was a really freaky experience. And so then, coming out of that experience, he survived. He didn't get eaten alive. And then he writes the song, the Count of Tuscany. And so, it's like, what inspires a lot of metal themes and a lot of metal songs? I think they tend to be, these scary or darker experiences that people have in life. Does trauma inspire the best art? I guess that's the question.
That's a fair question.
That's a tough. Remember that quote by Kurt Cobain? There's a certain comfort in being sad.
I miss the comfort in being sad. Yeah.
I miss the comfort in being sad. Yeah. I mean, that sort of implies that, you hear this a lot. You have to be in a kind of depressed state to write a good song or to get the most emotionally powerful ideas out. Because, if you're just happy all the time, that's not interesting. There's like a negative bias in human beings in general. We want to hear about negative things, and it has a evolutionary purpose because it makes us aware of danger and things that could possibly harm us. And metal really capitalizes on that. And like, there's this article, right, you got up where it's like the bubonic plague inspired some shit, which I don't know what the specific songs would be on that, but yeah, they or like Greek mythology, metal sources Greek mythology a lot, just deeper stuff.
Oh, for sure. Well, this article, it's the 13 of the most metal moments in world history, which, I mean, they have things like the extinction of the dinosaurs on there. I'm not 100.
Yeah, is there a dinosaur extinction song? If there isn't, there should be. I'd call it the Alvarez hypothesis. Maybe I should write that song.
You should write that song, Shred. Absolutely.
Or maybe Dino Destruction.
Yeah. Well, I think what they say in the article is something to the effect of, there are a lot of songs that talk about, a post-apocalyptic world or extinction in general. And a lot of that comes from the idea that, hey, extinctions have happened before. I think there's been 7 of them. Is there 7 or 4?
Oh, it's been that many? Ice Age, Alvarez hypothesis, or that's the dinosaur thing. What else would have happened? Maybe if you count like the flood myths, that'd be
maybe.
one.
I thought maybe we're coming up on the 4th extinction. Yeah, I'm not sure, but we'll have to look into that one. But but like some of the other things that have directly influenced bands, so like the Blitz of London in World War II.
The Dino Damnation. That's the song name Eden gave us.
Dino Damnation.
That's a good song name.
It's definitely picking up on the alliteration.
Yeah. Get on it, Shred. Get on there. Write it in D minor. Dino Damnation in D minor.
Saddest of all keys. Yeah. I don't know. I need someone to sing it. Luke, are you going to sing it? You can grab your balls and get way up high for the high notes.
I don't even have to grab my balls to get high.
So many directions that could go.
But yeah, so I mean, like this article, so like Black Sabbath apparently was heavily inspired forming the band, like their content in general was heavily inspired by World War II and just like that hopelessness of war and death. So I think this is particularly true of metal. I think it's particularly true of me. Like whenever I sit down to write a song, which I haven't done in a while, but it's oftentimes revolves around some kind of an experience I've had. And I think it's generally, I don't know why, but like the negative experiences tend to be the ones that you need the catharsis for. Like, get this out of me, right? I need some form of expression to heal or something like that.
It's way more interesting when negative shit happens to you than when positive stuff does. It
does. It's weird
content.
Yeah, and now there's some cool stuff that's positive too.
Yeah, life's not all bad, and only good feelings through bad.
It's true, but I mean, I think if you want to look at like human history in general, so much of it is this idea of overcoming adversity, right?
Yeah.
Like it's what is the song? Struggle for life? I mean, yeah, that's what it is. And so
the second you're born, man, you start to die. That instantly provides the context of life. It's like you're trying to overcome this, and it's a struggle. It's a fight. It is at the end of the day, man, you're dead. And that's dark. That's some dark shit.
Yeah. Unless there is an afterlife.
Unless there is an afterlife.
Yeah.
Just as far as we know,
get to redo it. I look forward to redoing it.
That seems crazy.
Metal reincarnation. Maybe if
reincarnation. I like
that. Satan enough during our lives and get our evility up to 10 or 11 points by the time we die, then we can skirt death. I don't know.
Yeah, for sure. So, so another big one that a lot of bands have referenced is the Manson family, right?
Oh, yeah.
This has been huge in rock and metal for a long time.
It's murders.
Yeah, Charles there had a pretty significant impact on culture there.
How many people did he kill? Well, he didn't kill anybody directly, I guess. This is around 1969 or so?
Yeah, early 70s. Maybe it was late 60s. Yeah.
But let's see. Let's look at Charles Manson.
It killed 5 people in August 1969.
Yeah.
And he died, right?
What's that?
2017. He just died 3 years ago.
Yeah.
5'2", just a little guy.
And it's weird, like why that. Well, I think it's because there was like it was like there was the one actress, so it was like more like mainstream. Because like there have been far greater like serial killers or mass murderers or whatever that didn't have the same cultural impact that Charles Manson did. So I'm not 100% sure why so many people really latched on to him and that whole cult thing.
That's where Manson got his name. I wonder if anybody else, can we think about anyone else who was directly influenced by that? And can't really think of any other.
Well, I don't know about band, but in terms of like song, I mean, weren't there some Beatles songs that talked about? Yeah, Helter Skelter.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
that's a good point.
Yeah. So I don't know. It was a thing.
Yeah,
it was the thing.
That is wild stuff there.
So Shred, have there been some lyrics or stories that you have heard that have chilled you to the bone?
Lyrics or stories that have chilled me to the bone. Boy, I don't know. Look, I have to think through that. I think Hammer Smash Bass by Cannibal Corpse comes to mind. That's like literally bone. It's more bone crushing than bone chilling. But those guys' lyrics are super intense and messed up.
Well, so some of it they say, like we talked about Count of Tuscany, it's like tells you the story, it's like right out there, and then there's this whole idea that maybe there's more subliminal hidden things in a lot of this metal, maybe like reverse tracks and stuff. And you know what is just creepy is hearing speech in reverse. Like any speech in reverse just sounds creepy.
Yes, it does.
And on this topic of lyrics being creepy and strange and misheard, apparently if you look at Megadeth's Symphony of Destruction, there is a misheard lyric. It's the misheard part is "you try to take his balls," which is
do you know where that is in the song?
It's 127 in the song.
Oh,
at least in the video that I checked out. But is Dave really trying to castrate people here? Is that what's going on? I mean,
what was the so the big thing back in the day was it listening to Dark Side of the Moon?
Yeah, backwards, like I think, right?
Yeah, you watch Dark Side of the Moon while watching The Wizard of Oz, and apparently everything lines up. Like the music perfectly complements what's going on the screen.
But you listen to it backwards while watching Wizard of Oz, right? Wasn't it? I thought there was something about.
I don't know.
Or maybe it was just forwards.
There might have been some like Led Zeppelin stuff that played backwards.
Stairway to Heaven. Yeah, it talks about worshiping Satan or something. Satan is my master. I forget what.
Do we want to hear this misheard Megadeth lyric?
Do the Megadeth.
See if I can get it.
Oh,
that definitely sounds like he said you try to take his balls.
In the audio. I don't know if anybody is hearing audio in the hit us up if or let us know if you're hearing shit.
Let me see if there's a way. Yeah, maybe it doesn't track the audio. Shoot.
Yeah, because we heard it.
We heard it, but we're plugged right into my computer. There was no sound on their side. Okay. Thanks for letting us know. That's something we're going to need to mess with and figure out for future episodes.
Yeah. Well, go check it out because it literally does sound like he says he tried to take his balls.
Yeah. Megadeth, Symphony of Destruction, minute 27 on the YouTube version of it, and you get that's what it sounds like.
So this actually sucks because we wanted to play a bunch of these clips, and so
yeah, we had some of them.
Yeah, we'll just have to skip the misheard lyrics part. I mean, we could read some. Yeah.
Dave Mustaine's voice and vocal delivery is so unique and different. It's no wonder people are mishearing things. That guy, when he sings, I don't know, what does he sound like? He almost sounds like an older woman crossed with a young redheaded dude. I don't know. It's such a unique sound.
Oh my gosh.
Okay,
yeah.
Hold on. Let's try this one more time. I might have figured it out. So everybody watching, let us know if you hear it this time.
I'll let you know because if I can hear it, they should be able to.
You try to take us balls.
It came through? Good.
Yeah, here at that time. Yeah.
Ah, perfect. Did you hear?
That's what
we heard.
Out there taking people's balls. He probably has a whole collection in his basement. Old guitar players that didn't work out. Dave just castrates them. There's Marty Friedman's balls, Chris Poland's balls.
Everybody watching heard it this time and heard the mishearing. It's just crazy. Maybe they just sneak this stuff in.
Whoa.
You want me to hit it again?
Yeah, let's get those balls in our ears.
It's an interesting thing to say, Shred. Sorry, I have to rewind it here, and hopefully I don't get a YouTube.
You try to take us balls.
Wait, so does anybody know what he actually says?
I was just gonna ask. Yeah.
So what he actually says? That's a good question.
Maybe that is what he actually says.
That's just what he says.
Hey, let's just go with that's what he says. Yeah, I don't know. You try to take pulse.
Excuse me.
That's the original.
Oh, pulse.
Yeah.
Oh, pulse.
It does sound like balls.
It does. Yeah.
Oh, dude, here's one by Nightwish. Wishmaster.
Oh yeah.
we'd have to find where it is. But it says hamster, a dentist, hard porn, Steven Seagal.
Okay.
Oh, well,
know.
look at this. Matthew says he just listened to the same song on Spotify and it doesn't sound like Try to Take Your Balls.
Oh,
Maybe
so
someone's screwing with the YouTube clip.
It sounds like ball.
yeah, I don't know. YouTube maybe isn't as clear of audio as
Yeah.
Spotify is.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah, I don't know. What else is there? Dyer's Eve by Metallica talks about anal sex, apparently. YouTube's gonna love us for all this.
Yeah, they love this kind of stuff. Well, we're featuring YouTube. We're sending people back to listen to YouTube.
yeah. Well, I mean, this is what we should do is listen to some music live at some point, and we'll try to figure out what they're actually saying.
Oh,
Like we'll do our own misheard
that'd be a
lyric
fun
videos.
game.
Yeah, because it is true. Like I listen to a lot of grunting, and sometimes I think I know what they're saying, and then I look up the actual lyrics, and it's very different.
Oh yeah, you make up lyrics all the time because your mind has to. Like in Purple Haze, excuse me, well, I kissed this guy.
Yeah, there's a
I
classic.
always thought he said that. You know.
Well,
yeah.
you know that song "Beast of Burden" by the Rolling Stones. Like, so I have a microbrewery, and one of our servers' sisters thought that they always sang along "Pink Suburban." You'll never be my pink suburban. So we made a summer shandy called Pink Suburban. I mean, it's just too good, right? Just too good.
Yo, where's your pink Suburban can?
Yeah, where? Oh, well, we didn't can it, but we should. We're getting a lot of positive feedback. That's the ironic thing. You make this beer and people are like, "Wow, that's a great beer." And so maybe we should can it next summer. Pink Suburban in cans.
Who doesn't want to be the Stones' Pink Suburban? That would be the greatest honor of all.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Ian Jagger's Pink Suburban.
Yeah.
So tell us some of your favorite misheard lyrics. You can email us at greatmetalpodcast@gmail.com. If you're watching live, throw them in the comments or shoot us DMs or comments on Instagram.
Yeah.
Yeah. How is that?
It's delicious. It's a hazy IPA, and it's not too strong. Like I've been kind of turned off by ultra strong IPAs recently, but this is more like a pale ale / it almost has like a little bit of funkiness too, like a saison. It's pretty good.
Yeah, I think a lot of breweries kind of just went overboard, and there was this they got the hazy IPA so acidic that like you got like hop burn is what people would call it. So it's like you're drinking it and it like feels like you're drinking acid and it just kind of like burns your mouth and throat. And it's like,
shit.
Whoa, because it was like a race to who can cram the most hops in here and get it like the thickest beer. Like I don't necessarily want my beer to be thick.
Well, they say like you can't sense any more than like 70 IBUs, which stands for International Bitterness Units, and they would crank some of these beers like 200 plus.
Yeah,
You know, it really does. It just burns your mouth. You're like, damn, this is too much.
yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know if anybody listens to the band Unleash the Archers. They're kind of like a power metal band.
Really?
Yeah, chick singer, good stuff
Where are
actually.
they from? Germany?
Italy maybe?
Italian power metal.
Yeah. Unleash.
Too. Pasta.
No, they're from Canada. They're a
Canuck.
Canadian.
Mm.
Yeah, from Victoria, British Columbia.
They have some unheard lyrics, or where are you going with this?
No, the beer
Oh,
Shred is drinking is called Saint Archers.
Oh, okay. Boy, I really was slow on the connection there.
Yeah, no, sorry. I was just like, oh, Unleash the Archers. They're fun.
Now should we talk about our featured band here?
That's what I was just thinking.
Let's do it. So,
We-
okay. So our featured band, which many of you are probably somewhat familiar with, is Opeth. And of course, their seminal Blackwater Park is probably where a lot of metalheads got their start on Opeth.
Dudes
But
there,
I-
like in the mist.
I love so I love the imagery of this. We threw a picture up for those with us live here on YouTube, and this cover just attracted me immediately. I love what's going on with like the detail in their font too for like their name, but then like the contrast to kind of the black and white and like the hazy people in the background. We're talking about Evility. I always think of this.
That's high on the Evility scale. Luke, what would you rate that on the Evility scale?
Pretty high. I mean, I'd be getting around a six something.
Well, you can't tell exactly how many people are in the background. Presumably, there's 666.
If you look back far enough,
far enough,
yeah, for sure.
I think I actually sent you maybe I didn't. Never mind. I thought I sent you a Michael Ackerfeld meme, but dude, I bought this album like right when it came out in 2001. I remember I got it while I was back in Michigan. We went down to Traverse City and went to the mall. And like I wasn't really into it at first. It took me a lot of time because I was listening to like Meshuggah, just ultra heavy bands at that point. I was like, these guys are weak.
Yes.
Which is a stupid thing to think, but they just had a more nuanced sound and they covered a lot of different sort of textures instead of just all Cannibal all the time style.
So a lot of the viewers said up there with their favorite bands, and I thought we had a really interesting comment here from Eden. They have some of the most evil acoustic riffs, and they did that acoustic album Heritage. Did you guys ever listen to? I think it was called Heritage. That had a cool cover too. It was kind of like psychedelic in a way, but
album acoustic.
Yeah.
I just know that one, Bane of the Hounds, has a really cool acoustic part.
Yeah.
I don't know if I don't think that's off. Is that off Blackwater Park? I don't know. But
no,
I don't think so.
Yeah. Later.
A very similar experience for me with Opeth. At the time that I discovered Opeth, I was big into power metal. And so these guys were just so different. And they're really atmospheric. They really can create mood with their music. And so which can be a good thing or a bad thing if like you're not in a particular mood. You don't necessarily want to listen to them, right? But boy, if you're in that mood, whatever you're looking for, oh man, these guys can really nail it. So I've never listened to a ton of these guys. What I will say though is I think that Opeth has had a great influence on a lot of metal bands to get more experimental in their songwriting.
That's good. That's a good point. Their songwriting is definitely different and interesting, and it's very chromatic, very experimental, especially considering, these. Did they just start in 2001, or were they around before with maybe a different incantation? It feels like they've been around longer. They haven't even. Blackwater Park was 2001, so that's not even 20 years ago.
It was after. Yeah, it was after I left LA with you, Scott, that I got into them. So that would have been 2005 or something. So I'm not 100% sure when they started.
Let's listen to this opening riff because it kind of Blackwater Park kind of like talks about that acoustic evil, I think. But it said, I feel like they break that down somewhere in the song. I'm trying to remember where it is, but it's like picked out on like an acoustic. Maybe it's like, because this is a long song, so I'm not gonna be able to find right where the spot I was thinking of is, but it's like 12 minutes, but
yeah. No, it's good stuff. So I just looked it up. So Opeth actually formed in 1989.
Okay.
That's what I was thinking. They were a band.
Yeah. And Akerfeld was one of the original founding members.
Wow.
Um,
So
so
they had albums released under Opeth before the 2000s.
Matthew's saying he thought they started in the 90s. Is that what you see on there as Opeth, Luke?
yeah, so they formed in '89, which means they probably didn't release anything. It looks like their vocalist left in '92. But
Okay.
I'm not seeing any. It looks like their first album may have been, or at least some demos came out in '94. So yeah, they
Okay.
might have just been a garage band or whatnot.
It takes a lot of time to get going as a band. It just
Yeah.
takes a lot of.
They really nailed it. I like, we had a comment here from Matthew Corns. He said that it was the band that got him into grunting, growling kind of in metal because they do it so well, and they do. I
Yeah.
love
Michael
what
Stopp.
they do with it.
Everybody's like, dude, bring back the growls. There's like a whole meme series on that.
Yeah.
Bring back
maybe
the
that's what I was thinking. Heritage was, maybe there wasn't grunting on it. I remember it being incredibly different. It might not have been all acoustic, but it might
Dude,
not have
this
had.
is the tough thing about, like, if
It was
'cause you have to
lighter.
you have to change your sound and your creativity over time to keep people invested, but change it too much, and then people are off board. So it's like, Ackerfeld stops screaming, and everybody's like, now, is this still Opeth? What's
Right.
the deal?
right.
As an artist, man, that's a really hard line to find. How do you keep evolving and changing and, making your art evolve, but still keeping people's expectations met?
Yeah.
That's tough.
Well, yeah. And I like we've talked about it before. I mean, that's one of the things that I've struggled with Dream Theater is sometimes because every album is remarkably different. And I've struggled with some of their albums because I'm like, this is too far away from Dream Theater, which it's not. It's just, different flavor.
And
And
dare criticize the Holy Writ of DT.
well, one of these days we'll have to talk about, MP versus yeah, we won't go there.
Yeah.
We won't go there today.
That's a big one. That's a big one.
Yeah.
Well, I think what's important is you have to start somewhere with your art, and I think if you can find that exploratory vibe that got you into your art to start, if you can keep that going, I think a lot of your audience, it's a balance of how far you go with it. But I think a lot of audience want to see people they listen to and like developing.
Yeah, dude. Creativity is like a muscle, man. If you want to get jacked biceps, right, you have to work out and do curls. If you want to become a good songwriter, guess what? You have to write songs. There's this idea that it should just be passed down to you from Lucifer down below, and he just magically, gives you the inspiration after you sell your soul. But that's not the way it is, right? You have to continually work at it. And as a band, you're sometimes you get caught up in all this other stuff that you have to do with the marketing and the live shows and whatnot. No live shows anymore, so no excuses. But
well, our live shows.
That's right.
What?
Yeah.
So
live internet.
I've been reminding myself of this recently. I've been spending more time playing guitar because I've been realizing that I really haven't played guitar in the last 4 years. Like, in the sense where I'm just trying to push my art further and develop my creativity. Like, that's not something I've done in years. And you can really neglect that, so it's like something you have to stay on top of.
So speaking of staying on top of your creativity, Luke, metal evangelist Luke, talked about this at the beginning, but contest. Send us your creativity, because this is the last week to submit for the Eerie series contest, and we're looking for all kinds of Eerie series stuff. So stretch those muscles: art, photography, music.
My boob muscles.
Oh, look at them titties dance.
Yeah, it makes that chain you're wearing really bounce.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got my. Who's has the key to unlock my chains? That's the question.
Somebody send in a graphic of an Evility key, and we'll see if it fits into Shred's lock.
Because I'm chained, I'm locked up. If I can just get this thing off, the sky's the limit. I can do anything.
Sky's the limit.
Yeah, I'm not sure the world is ready for it, but we want to see it happen for sure.
Unchained, Van Halen's Unchained playing right
There
now.
you go.
There you go. Yeah, so we'll be announcing the winner or possibly winners. Maybe there'll be one of each category or something like that. But we'll be announcing winner/winners next week at the live show.
Yeah, so send them to greatmetalpodcast@gmail.com. Send your submission there. Looking forward to seeing what comes in yet this week.
Yeah, and just one last thing on Opeth. Can you go back to the comments?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So Hadi Karam, he said that Orchard was their first album released in 1995.
Orchard.
So they were around for 5 or 6 years then before they released an album, which is probably pretty normal. And so I was walking through the woods the other day, and the song from Opeth, Forest of October, came to mind. So I did a story with Forest of October by Opeth. I just thought
so follow the page, get on that content. Oh
yeah, we'll have more and more stuff going on at the Instagram page as we go. So yeah, definitely follow us if you don't already. Well, guys, looks like we're about to hit the hour mark, so we got to wrap up. Shred, here's the question of the hour. Everybody wants to know. Everybody's been DMing me. They want to know, is that plant behind you real?
Yeah.
It's a real plant.
real.
You water it and shit.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's as metal as it gets. All right.
If you're serious DMs on that, that's insane. But
typically my DM
excellence on it. Piss excellence on it every day.
There you go. Yeah, keeping that thing green. All right. Well, fantastic time. We've had a good time with you guys for the last hour. And then, of course, everybody can watch this afterwards. We'll get a lot of views.
Do this every week, right? Same time, same bat channel.
Sundays at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on YouTube.
That's right. And you'll notice we have a window behind us. We tried to set up our green screen to do some fun shit and had some serious technical difficulties. So, yeah, we'll have more and more cool stuff going on. So definitely check back. And until then, the world ends with you. So make it metal.